Hello everybody, I have finally decided to follow up my most successful video with the most requested thing on this channel, the Modpack. To make things easier, use the AT launcher. I'll provide a link in the description of this video. This is where you download it. It's pretty straightforward. While it is installing, you can download the Modpack from the second link in the description. With the launcher installed and the Modpack downloaded, we can begin. If you just installed the launcher, it won't look like this at first. So let's quickly go over some settings. You should modify the default tab to instances to access your game faster. I don't remember changing anything in the mods tab, so let's go over to the Java Minecraft tab. Here is where you allocate more RAM, but you will not need this much, 10 should be enough. If you want to see how much RAM you have, just do like me and open the task manager on performance, and here you go, memory. It should says right there how much you have. I have 23, I keep 20, but 10 is enough. Alright, let's import the Modpack already. You'll just have to open it from the folder you've downloaded it in. After that, just click import and wait. Don't bother if the URL is broken. I tried it. Hit install, and after a few minutes it will appear. Don't worry about this mess, only the right version will appear for you. Let me clean things up a bit before we get started. Now you only need to do this when creating a new world, and it is for your convenience. Open the game folder and go to Resourcepacks. Now you simply hit play, and hopefully this will work for all of you the first time without troubleshooting. For whatever reason, the game doesn't have all the resource packs loaded, so when you first boot up, go to options at a resource pack and enable all except Stellarity. That's not a resource pack, that's something different we'll be getting at later. And by later I mean right now. I'll modify the settings to be a bit more friendly for testing, and will load the Datapack from the folder we've opened before the game. You can also do this manually later at any time, but I prefer it to do it first. I've also chose the Resource Pack folder because that's the folder we'll be generating Datapacks later. Now let's quickly go over my preferred settings for any world. I like to have my keep inventory on. The stiff combo option is from Epic Fights, and I dislike it very much. I like to be nimble and agile, not stuck in combat and able to move. Epic Fight adds a setting that makes your attacks slower based on your armor. To disable this feature, just set it to 0. I also don't like mob griefing, so I'll turn it off. Weapons of Miracles adds an option to modify the percentage of skeleton with melee weapons, and I like to crank this setting all the way up to 99%. It also adds an option for stronger mobs to drop emeralds and more XP, which to me sounds like the way it should be. Okay, we are all set, let's start the game. Besides all the mods and configurations that are in this mod pack, I've also included the options file that has settings such as key mapping, and that's what I'll show you next. What are my controls? Wow, what a brilliant spawn. I can already imagine making this my base. Anyway, the first thing that is different is that I sprint with my shift and crouch with my control, only because those are the standard settings for most games. Now I pick block with my caps lock, which is incredibly weird even for me, but I've changed this for a very good reason. As you can see right here, I use my middle mouse button for my innate weapon skill. It is very handy, fast and responsive, way better than have it linked to the attack button. Drop item is bound to absolutely nothing, which means no accidental drops ever. If I want to drop something, I'll do it from my inventory. To initiate combat mode, I press Alt. Now you may think this is redundant, but I have two dodge modes installed. The first one, combat roll. It's unlocked from the start, and I use it by pressing R. The second dodge is from Epic Fights, or Weapons of Miracles in this case specifically. You unlock it when you find the specific skill book, and to use it I press R. That's right, both of them are bound to the same key. I kept combat roll because of the way I've configured it. Allows me to charge forward while attacking, swipe in and out of combat while slashing. It's very good both as a panic button and for closing the distance, chasing, dashing, you name it. It synergizes incredibly well with the epic fight dodge, even though it's not supposed to do that. Swap items to the offhand remains the same key, which is F, but with inventory the offhand it's a bit different. Pressing G allows me to empty my offhand by moving me to an empty slot in my offhand hotbar, which I navigate with Q and E. Pressing N will toggle the minimap on or off, and pressing M will open up the big map. Pressing H will toggle the info screen. Z will only toggle the days counter. X will toggle the biome info. C will toggle the free cam, which will help me see my surroundings. The slash will open up the chat. L is still for achievements, while K opens up my skill tab. I press tab to open the inventory now, Ctrl O to toggle J inventory, and due to my lack of oversight you cannot see the keypad 5 being pressed, but that's what I use to get items out of the J inventory. Now if you happen to stumble upon some cool new item and you are disappointed in its integration with Epic Fight, you can change that yourself with the Datapack editor. I'll show you one more time how fast and easy it is to do. Enter in mods, search Epic Fight, select it, press configuration, Datapack editor, item capability, plus the name of the weapon, Tempest, select, item type it's a weapon, weapon type, and here it is. I want to make an Ender Blaster. Collider I shall make a sword, yeah. You can make colliders only the epic fight weapons, not the ones from Weapons of Miracles. Scroll down and here you'll see the animations for it. Let's turn off the collider so we can see it better. So now this is the new fighting style. After that simply press export, name it, press OK, go to the resource pack, copy the folder and put it in the Datapack folder, which is in saves, the world you are in, Datapack. Just paste it in there. And after that you'll just have to log out of the game and relog back in. You can do this with any weapon you like, even items that are not necessarily weapons. And as you can see right here, the weapon has new moves and a new innate weapon skill. Okay, enough nerd talk, let's get to the reason why this took so long. The version I was playing was poorly optimized, so for this version I replaced William Wither's Overhauled Overworld with Terraleaf, and from now on I shall play in this mod pack as well. I also replaced Lucky's Grand Capitals with Choice Theorem's Overhauled Villages, because I find them to be bigger and more unique. So let's go to a place where I was getting single digits frames with the old pack and see how it performs now. This structure, the mechanical nest, is one of the most taxing structure in the whole mod pack. Well, anyway, I doubt this is very interesting, so let's skip directly to the combat part and see how it performs now. As you can see, this is definitely an improvement over single digits frames I was getting before with the old pack. Let's go to another mega structure and check out how this mod pack handles the performance. As you can see, it works excellently. Now this mod pack will mark the beginning of season 2 of my Minecraft playthrough. I expect the first episode to be released this week, but first I'll have to play it, because I didn't even started it yet. I don't have it somewhere ready to publish. However, I would also like to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I was waiting for a game like that for a very long time, since I finished Skyrim actually. So I'll publish one KCD video and one Minecraft video, and I believe I have talked long enough. I'll let you enjoy the end of the fight, and thanks for watching.